Robert E. Lee, Robert E. Lee, Robert, Robert E. Lee, Robert E. Lee, Robert.
Lee was born in Westmoreland County, Virginia at Stratford Hall Plantation. He was the son of Chaboy, Lighthouse Harry, and Annhill Carter. His life as a child isn't known very well because he rarely talked about it. Young Robert was brought up to be a Christian, but had no confirmation in the Episcopal Church until the age of 46. Due to Lighthorse dying when Robert was 11, his mother, Ann Lee, was left to support 6 children all by herself. Because of this, she often sought help from relatives. The main helper was William Henry Fitzhugh. He allowed them to stay at his house in Fairfax County in Ravensworth. At the age of 17, Fitzy wrote to the Secretary of War urging that Robert be given an appointment to the U.S. Military Academy. Later that year, at the age of 18, he was admitted in, but did not begin his studies until a year later due to the number of cadets coming in. Robert walked into the academy in the summer of 1825. At this time, the focus was on engineering. The supervisor of the school was the head of the Army Corps of Engineers, and the superintendent was an endorser of engineering. Young Robert graduated second in his class and received no demerits at all, one of 5 people in the class. In 1829, he was given the title of second lieutenant in the Corps of Engineers. While there was no action going on in the Corps, he returned to find his mother laying on her deathbed. Anne died a month later on July 26, 1829, at her home. A moment of silence. Rest her soul.
Now begins his military engineer career. Robert was ordered to Cockspur Island, Georgia, to build a fort in 1829. During the early plans for the fort, Robert was moved to the Fort Monroe, due to the original plans not meeting the desired standards. During this time, back home, he began spending time with a girl named Mary Curtis.
This soon led to them writing to each other and talking for hours. Mary's mother carefully read her letters, especially from men.
This soon led to him proposing to her, which she rejected because of her father. In June of 1831, the two were married.
Fort Monroe, when he later returned, his duties varied from budgeting to designing buildings. His wife followed him there and had their first child there. In the mid-1830s, all of the engineers were transferred out of the Fort Monroe except for Robert.
In 1834, Lee was transferred to Washington as General Grattrot's assistant. Come 1835, Lee was assigned to survey the southern part of Michigan.
During this time, his wife gave birth to a second child, but remained bedridden. Lee soon after became the first lieutenant of the engineers in 1837. He supervised the work for the harbor of St. Louis and for the Mississippi River.
Much of his work involved mapping the rivers of the East United States and earned him the title of captain. In 1842, Robert arrived as Fort Hamilton's port engineer.
Ulysses Grant on the side of the Union during the Battle of Gettysburg, and here we have our man, Robert E. Lee, on the side of the Confederates. This is how it went down.
Let's lead a huge attack on the Union!
North, fight!
Oh, the power is too strong. There's too many men. We have to get out of here. I need to save my men.
North,
come on, guys. Come on, guys. No, I will escape. Oh no! It's the North.
The Confederates will fall!
The South will rise again!
Never!
Oh no!
Oh, with them ankles, boy!
So the flame!
The North sucks! It's the Union! No one cares about the Union!
We love industry!
Though Lee may not have won the war for the Confederates, he is still a great leader. He earned the respect of his men and used his tactical approach to do the best with what he had. He was not stubborn and knew when retreating was appropriate in order to protect his men.
Robert E. Lee was truly a great American, to say the least.
Robert E. Lee was not actually a cruel racist like he's often made out to be. His wife and daughter worked to free slaves and even started an illegal school. Lee showed them nothing but support. He also asked for African Americans in his troops because he felt that he could train them to be as great of a soldier as he could any white man.